Our next awardee is Linda Feltman. Linda Feltman is responsible for the growth of Penn State's Global Entrepreneurship Week, which has been ranked #1 by USA Partners and last year had more than 5,000 attendees. GEW, Linda's largest undertaking, starts this Sunday in 3 days. And she is here with us tonight. Linda Feltman lives her life by always giving back and has helped countless people through her work with small business and community service.
Well, one of the things about teaching is you like to see people that get ahead and succeed. And Linda's one of those people that came in as a 18-year-old high school kid, not wanting to be here, and turned into a gem.
There isn't anybody in this community who hasn't been educated or helped, supported in some way by Linda. We're doing a better job at teaching entrepreneurship here at Penn State because of Linda.
She's a go-getter. She's no nonsense. She gets after it. She loves to corral people and get them in the right place at the right time, whether that's at GEW or with the Small Business Development Center.
Linda has been at the forefront of building Global Entrepreneurship Week at Penn State for the last 7 or 8 years. And in fact, Global Entrepreneurship Week at Penn State was ranked #1 in the country last year in terms of students and other community members who participated in it. And I think a lot of the credit for the success of Global Entrepreneurship Week has to go directly to Linda.
So I'm fascinated by entrepreneurship and small business, and Linda was one of the first people to really introduce me to those concepts. I came into my senior year wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to learn about business and entrepreneurship, and she really helped give me some of the first steps to really start learning about it.
I can't imagine anybody who's more deserving of this award. She has helped enhance, I think, the reputation of College of DuPage over here in Pennsylvania by the work that she's done here at Penn State. And she spoke very fondly of a mentor at COD, a very important professor who's been a friend and a confidant of hers all her life.
I think Linda brought herself up by the bootstraps and became somebody that is somebody. And COD had a big influence on that. She just found herself. She was at the right time, I guess. And the environment and the teachers and what we were trying to do really worked for her. It was perfect.
From the class of 1972, please welcome Linda Feltman, a 2016 Distinguished Alum.
This has been surreal, this whole experience from the time Ellen called me. You know, I mean, it was like my Cubbies last week. That was surreal. Woo! Woo! Go Cubs! Yeah, realize I'm in Pennsylvania, Pirates, Philly, you know, it's like, anyway. So they gave me 2 minutes to tell you about 45 years, which is kind of absurd. So, I thought, well, what can I tell that would say the impact of COD on me? And unfortunately, you stole half my thunder on that one, but on yours, what he said. But, you know, back in the fall of 1969, I was a senior in high school, top 10% of my class, 600 or 700 kids, I don't even know how many. But, you know, I was pretty arrogant. You know, 17, I could get into any college I wanted to. And then my dad goes, we actually thought you'd get married. We have no money to send you to college. And I'm like, huh? So COD, I found COD, thank God. But at the time, it wasn't so much a thing. It was like, are you seriously kidding me? But, you know, I was pretty arrogant, and I thought, well, fine. So first, flash forward, fall of 1970. First classes. I'm driving a 1966 Mustang that got stuck in the mud. In the parking lot, you know, that picture you guys have in this resort, that's true. So, and then the luxury classroom building, M building, okay? So, but my first class was with Roy Grundy. The man's been trying to get rid of me ever since, like 45 years, and we're still together. That's been an amazing experience having not only Roy, but Gordon Richmond, who was part of the Courier for me, and Then there was Dulce, who was a part of the Spanish program, and Tripp out of student affairs. And all of these people made such a difference. And it was kind of like if I had gone to a 4-year college where I had all these wonderful aspirations, I would have been buried. This place ended up being perfect. It was exactly what I needed, and what Roy said just now in the video is that I needed this time here to learn how to be a leader, to learn how to give back, I guess, when it comes down to it. So that, I mean, I look back and I think I was so fortunate to go here. And when Ellen called me in April, I was just kind of, but I just want you to understand, I knew exactly where my diploma was. Yeah, I still have this thing, folks. I sort of got it. I mean, I realized that if it hadn't been for COD, I really don't know what I would have ended up doing, because I certainly couldn't afford a 4-year college. But this was my stepping stone. And I will be forever grateful for the inspiration and the professors and instructors, and of course Roy and Priscilla have been. My daughter calls them Uncle Roy and Aunt Priscilla. She's 30 years old, and they're just very close. I am so grateful for so many of people here. Gordy Richmond, who put up with, you can't even imagine, to the Courier. I mean, I was surrounded by people. And I don't think it's any different today, judging from what the kind of day I had. So thank you. Thank you for those of you that had the vision 50 years ago to get this thing going. And thank God you were here, because I really don't know what I hope, like Paul said, I hope I've given back half of what I've gotten out of here. That, I mean, when I work at Penn State and I work with students, I hope I've given back half of that. And I'm sure I'm over my 2 minutes. So thank you so much.